puts it into the stratosphere, though. I think if it didn't have Bruce, it would just be a load of actors and comedians that were famous around the time.
Yeah.
Like, what is it, 97, is it? 98?
Yeah, about 90, yeah, I think 97.
Yeah, I mean, like, what's the English guy? Lee Evans.
Lee Evans is in there, yeah. At the height of his touring, like, comedy fame, right?
Exactly. Chris Tucker, and just loads of people that were just very, they were just massive, so they were getting in these big films. But Bruce is like a stalwart, a legend of the film. Of
course.
He's, his style and his charm and his character and all that sort of thing was, fantastic. And you're right, he does all the things that we said, he's a maverick cop, he's on the edge, he's losing it, he doesn't want to be involved, blah, 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 but he still saves the day. All this sort of stuff. It's brilliant. Tick the box for me, mate. I had a great time.
Amazing. Well, mate, I think this is going to open a floodgate of films that I think we need to watch.
Let's not go too far.
Mate, there's so many though, like with actors that you love as well, which I think you're ready for it. You're ready to get over your phobia of the sci-fi.
Okay. Cool.
And like it was the thing that made me most scared is when you were talking about Predator and how much you loved that, and you were like, I just wish there wasn't any sci-fi alien or anything in it. I just wish it was like another man they were hunting. I'm like, I can't. Which just blew me away. But yeah, I think you're ready for Judge Dredd. I think you're ready for Demolition Man.
Okay, cool.
There's a few of them that are just. I mean, both of those are Stallone. So
yeah,
I think it's time.
Okay,
I think it's time. I won't. None of those take themselves seriously. They're not like Star Trek or anything. They are all relatively tongue-in-cheek with the sort of futuristic side of it, and it doesn't get in the way too much. So, you're not going to Comic-Con anytime soon, trust me, but I think you'll be all right.
I think that's what I'm scared of. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to dress up as some character. Like, that's not me. I'm a human.
Yeah. Mate, if I ever go, I'm going as Corbin Dallas, that's for sure.
Yes, yeah. God, thank God you said Corbin Dallas, not Jeremy Corbyn. That's all I could think about when I was like the first half of the film. Before I, got deeply involved with the film, I was just like, he's got the same name as Jeremy Corbyn. He looks nothing like Jeremy Corbyn. I just couldn't stop thinking about it. Oh dear.
Oh man. Dear oh dear. Well, mate, I'm glad you liked it. I think it's your pick next one.
Ooh, yeah. I'll have to think of something juicy. Yeah. Leave it with me.
Yeah, definitely will do. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I think we'll both say we recommend this to anyone who hasn't seen it.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely give it a go. And what do you just really quick before we cut this off here? What do you think the reviews are on this, on that film? So this was on Amazon. So I haven't looked at like Rotten Tomatoes or anything. This was on the Amazon where we watched it.
I've got no idea, and they're either like incredible and it's like top, like super top rated, or people are just picking holes in it and just don't get it and just sure. It's definitely one side or the other. It's not in the middle. I
agree. Yeah, it's 5 out of 5, mate. 5 stars.
Right.
On Amazon Prime.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's. I guess I don't know whether it's cult. I don't know how much money it made when it was released, but I have a feeling it's just got this big cult following that absolutely love it.
Yeah. I can see that.
I think it was pretty much under the radar for a while. But anyway,
nice
guys. If you're listening, you haven't seen it, give it a go.
Yeah. Fifth Element.
Right. Okay. Ollie, let's get to the meat of this conversation here, because we've got something that we want to talk about that we've agreed to before this. And I know, knowing you for as long as I do, I know that you've got something to say about this subject. So we've decided to compile a list of our top 3 favourite sitcoms / comedy shows, because I feel like sitcom doesn't quite encompass everything that we probably want to talk about. Mockumentaries, for example.
Right.
Or other things like that. If you're cool with us including those, I wasn't sure if you.
No, that's great. That's actually played right into the hands. So
that's what I thought. I thought so. Yeah, cool. Sweet.
Yeah, I was wondering whether we were only allowed to pick shows that were confined to somebody's sitting room, basically. But as long as we can have like basically any sort of like comedy / sitcom that's like about half an hour long. Is that's the sort of thing we're talking, right?
Yeah, 100. Yeah, 100%.
Fantastic.
Okay, great. So yeah, I mean, as you're the guest, mate, I think it's only fair that you go give us your first top 3 sitcoms.
Oh, okay.
For Ollie.
Are we going?
Run us down. Do us 3, 2, 1.
Okay. So beforehand, I guess I want to run out some names there of ones that maybe I've been getting into, and sort of like so recently. I mean, terrible, isn't it? But sort of filling the time. So I actually started watching Men Behaving Badly. Which is just, like, I'd give it a go. I don't laugh out loud much on it, but it was just easy watching, and it's just some sort of odd, silly humour. But it was quite a good little giggle.
Nice. That's one I've never actually watched. That obviously I've seen it, and I've seen it on TV, but I've never sat down and watched it. Is it quite sort of like goofy comedy? That's the impression I get.
Yeah, very. I guess I don't know if I'm using this word incorrectly, but slapstickish.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just it is very goofy and just easy watching. Your brain doesn't have to think. And it just passes the time nicely. You could kind of dwindle and be on your phone. I guess that's not if it's a sign of a good sitcom or comedy show. But then others out there, like I'm a little bit of a fan, I guess, of Not Going Out.
Lee Mack, right?
Yeah. I think he's quite good, and just the one-liners are great.
Mate, they're so good. They get me every time. I love a comedian that can deliver a one-liner.
Yeah.
Nothing nasty, no swearing, just good, funny joke. I like it. On to the next one. The next one.
Just it's teed up nicely and just say it, stand, deliver, lovely,
Yeah.
But you're right. I guess If to be fair, and it goes away from it slightly differently, but I would have to say, I guess comedy show. I would say Friends. In a obviously I know it's quite maybe not expected, but that is an easy laugh, guaranteed easy laugh.
Yeah.
And just again some simple sort of little things done in that did make me tickle. And
man.
I must admit I'm in the Aniston camp.
God, another one.
Yeah.
Too easy, mate. It's too easy. It's too obvious.
Yeah, and let's not take anything away from old Courtney girl, but yeah, I am an Aniston fan. I mean, have you seen her in Horrible Bosses and We Are the Millers? Like, there's the little raunchy scenes.
I've not seen the film, but I've seen the trailers and that sort of thing. And they're really selling it on Aniston.
He's seen the only clips that matter.
Yeah.
I was about to say, if there were better scenes, they'd put them in the trailer. So I think I've seen the goods.
Yeah, 100%. But that would be number 3. What about your guys? Have you got a number 3 that's around sort of those?
Well, I just want to. I completely agree. I just want to say that I think I'm going to have to piggyback off you in a second, but I think Friends is fantastic. I think that they are our friends. We grew up with them. Like, they don't even have to do. This is the thing. Friends, because the people that haven't ever watching it for the first time, so often they say how it's rubbish or whatever. It's old school, not very good. But it's like if you know Joey and he acts full and then he eats another slice of pizza. It's like, it's classic Joey, and you laugh. You know what I mean? It's not actually a joke. It's not good in any way, shape, or form. But it's just like, of course Joey's got more room for pudding or whatever, So yeah, I'm with you. Actually, I'm going to piggyback off you, Ollie. I'm taking Friends as my third as well, because I need to bring up something. I need to confess. I don't think I really like comedy TV shows. Or I do like them.
Oh, jeez.
But they're lower on the totem pole compared to anything else I watch on TV.
Lighten up, mate.
Wow.
Lighten up.
Yeah.
Like films. I'd rather watch a comedy film, for example. Or I'd probably rather a serious film, generally, in my tastes. So or a serious TV show. TV shows in general are relatively new for me. I never used to watch them until I moved in with the missus and she loves them. So I sort of by osmosis, I've sort of been watching them with her. But so I have a confession. So I've got 2 after Friends. I've got 2 pretty strong ones that I think are acceptable, and I've watched a lot and I really enjoyed. But yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know, just they're not for me really. I enjoy them, but it's just never my first go-to, is all I'm saying.
Right.
So I'm taking Friends as my third.
Great. I mean, shall we just stop recording now? Shall we just cancel?
Yeah.
I mean,
What's the point?
no, that's cool.
But I'm glad Ollie's here to sort of bring up the level. Take my sort of enthusiasm, and Ollie's going to bring it up a bit.
Of course. So. I'm not going to pick Friends in my top 3, but it is good, and it is an absolute classic, especially for people our age. The sort of 10 years around our age. That's like everyone's seen them all many times, right? There's no way you can't have seen them all, and you're dead right. Like sometimes when people who are like too old or too young for Friends, they watch them, they don't quite get it, or they think, oh, this is just rubbish. Take the laugh track away, it's going to be crap.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like those people that are like a bit older than us, perhaps people that are like 40, 50, 60, and then you're like, in Harry Potter where such and such happens, and they're like, oh, I've not read Harry Potter, and you're like, whoa. You've not read Harry Potter? That's just completely... to me, like somebody who hasn't read all the Harry Potters, I don't get it. I don't get what planet you're on. And that's just because they're of a different generation. And they're like, oh, God, you're giving me a look.
Mate.
Have you not read the Harry Potters?
I've listened to the first audiobook and it was all right.
Is that it?
Yeah. Oh, I don't like the Harry Potter that much.
What happened to your childhood, mate? You've not
Too busy hanging out with girls, mate.
Is it?
That's bullshit.
Unbelievable. This guy.
No, I was too busy playing Call of Duty. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Oh my word,
mate.
You love like fantasy, sci-fi stuff, mate. Harry Potter is the one. It's like the Shakespeare of today.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Greg.
I'm not.
Oh, yeah, Ollie, all right. Bookworm Ollie over here. Yeah, here we go.
I only say that because I haven't read them all either.
Yeah, I bet.
Jesus. Oh, God.
Yeah. I know. I
okay,
got to.
Forget this.
Order of the Phoenix. Order of the Phoenix I got to.
Okay, cool. Well, the best one's the last one, anyway. But, listen, if I'm outvoted on this, fair enough. Let's move on. But Harry Potter's lads, got to get them in.
Yeah,
not
reading's
the films.
not cool.
The films are rubbish. The films are just like they just skim the surface. They're crap. Don't worry about those.
Okay.
Okay. So number 3. Let me get my list up. So number 3. I'm going for the stalwart of British comedy. Right, constantly voted the greatest by people that watch Channel 4. Right, the greatest sitcom of all time is what they say, but it's my number third spot, and it is Only Fools and Horses.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah,
mate,
I mean,
Del Boy, Rodney, the characters, the incredible set pieces, the gags, the falling through the bar, falling over when they become millionaires. Lots of falling over, basically. Blowing stuff up, going down the pub, having curries, playing cards. It's super blokey as well. I think Only Fools and Horses.
100%.
Yeah, it just ticks all the boxes, man. There are lots of set pieces, and I just love it. It was always on TV when I was a kid. I know it all. I could quote it. It's till the end of time. It's just a great, good, fun British sitcom, and I think it's one of the most British things out there. You couldn't do an American version of it. It's just not. It's not doable. I don't think because it's so English, so British, right?
Adam, what's your thoughts on the one where they tried to do like the America trip, in Miami, and they then didn't have the laughter, and those two are in my mind are just not the same. I think it was 2 episodes.
It was,
and they just were not the same in terms of maybe like the studio recordings or just the other general ones that they did and pieced together.
Yeah, Miami Twice. I think it's a common thing that they do with lots of these comedies. They think, okay, this works in Britain. What can we do? Send the main characters on holiday. Everyone does it, right? Send them to America, or send them to France, or send them to Japan or something, and see how it's really funny when they can't understand people over there, that sort of thing, And it's like lots of comedies do it. I think it's quite a cheap trick, and I think I've rarely seen an episode of something where it works when they send characters abroad, basically just to get laughs. And I don't think, you're completely right. It needed a laugh track. Yeah. It was a bit long. you know. And because they had